All right, friends, we are still learning about prepositions, and this is in your skill workbook. You'll be on page 49. So if you turn to page 49, you'll see a title at the top that says At the Hat Store. Do you see a preposition in that title right there? Yeah, me too. Where are we? We're at the hat store. So remember, a preposition is a word that can tell us where something is located. It can also tell us what time or when something is occurring. So we'll say where or when. Those are things that prepositions can help tell us, okay? Where and when. So read each sentence and circle the preposition. All right, so here we go. Number 1 says, we go to the hat store. All right, what do you think? What is our preposition in this sentence? We go to the hat store. Now this is tricky, and it's tricky because of the word go. We have to remember that a sentence can be a noun and a verb. So our sentence could stop right here. It could just say, we go, right? Because we is the noun, that's us, and go is a verb because that's an action to mean go somewhere, right? So if we go, where are we going? The hat store. But how do we get there? We're going to the hat store. Okay, so prepositions can be hard to find sometimes in a sentence, right? Because there's a lot of words here. And it's kind of hard to figure out where it might be. The word to is our preposition. All right. Number 2 says, there is a sale at the store. So many words in this sentence. How do we know what is what? There's a sale at the store. Did you say at? Yeah, you're right. The sale is at the store because that tells us when or where. Or it's not when. Sorry, it tells us where. It's telling us the sale is at the store. Now, if it kept going and it said there is a sale at the store at noon, that would also be a preposition, right? Because it would be telling us when. I got ahead of myself, didn't I? We could have 2 prepositions in the same sentence. It doesn't sound great, though. There is a sale at the store at noon. That's a lot of words, and 2 ats. Don't usually like to do that. All right, number 3 says, the store opens in 10 minutes. Now this one is telling us when, isn't it? How many minutes is it away? 10 minutes. And it's in 10 minutes. That is our preposition. In 10 minutes. We're going to the hat store. We are at the store. Now see, when we take away some of these other words, the prepositions are easier to find. Usually prepositions are small words. They're short. Some of the exceptions are words like during and toward, like we saw in our lesson. Those are longer words, but most prepositions are pretty short. Up, down, under, over, things like that. In, on, those are all short words. All right, write the number of the sentence on the line that tells about each picture. Okay, so in this one we're doing a little bit of thinking. So we've got to look at what's happening in these pictures first of all. So we've got this little lady. She looks like a little grandma too, doesn't she? She looks like a cute little grandma. She's got her little sweater and her little glasses and her hair's all pulled back in a bun and her long skirt. I think she's a grandma. So grandma's gone to the store. She's going to try on some hats. All right, so here's grandma trying on a hat. It looks like she bought a hat and put it in her bag. And then she's, I don't know, she's looking at the hats. These don't necessarily seem like they're in order, do they? What do you think she did first? Do you think she bought the hat, tried on the hat, or went towards the hats first? Yeah, I think she went towards the hats first. So let's see if we can find a sentence that says something like, there's Grandma walking toward the hats. Okay, number 1 says, the lady walks toward the hats. Ooh, look! I found it. I found the word toward right there. The lady walks toward the hats. So I think number 1 is right here, don't you? That's number 1. I agree. Number 2 says, the hat is on the lady's head. All right, in which picture does she have a hat on her head? And on is a location. So toward, she's going toward the hats. She has a hat on her head. Yep, it's right here, isn't it? That's number 2. She put the hat on her head. She tried it on and then she thought, oh yeah, that hat is perfect for me. I love polka dots. Look, it's got little polka dots. We could color them purple. She's like, ooh la la. Look at my fancy hat. Wa-cha-cha. I think I'll buy that fancy hat. So she bought it, and then the hat is in the lady's bag. Right there. Do you see that hat? It's right there in her bag. She says, oh, I like that hat so much I must buy it. So she put it in the bag. I'm sure she paid for it first. So that's number 3. The lady walked towards the hat. The lady put on the hat, and then she put the hat in her bag. All right, and the last part says, write a sentence about your favorite thing to wear and how you wear it. Use the word in, on, or at. Let's see, a sentence about my favorite thing to wear. Oh, I have a pair of tennis shoes that I love because they are super comfy. And so I think I'm going to write about my tennis shoes. Okay. I like to put my shoes. Now what should I say? Where would my preposition be? I like to put my shoes something my feet. What would I do with my shoes? Would I put my shoes at my feet? In my feet? Ew. Or would I put my shoes on my feet? Yeah, I would put my shoes on my feet. I put my feet in my shoes, but in this case, I'm going to say I put my shoes on my feet. If you felt confused by this lesson, that's okay. Prepositions take a lot of practice learning how to use and how to find them in a sentence. So we are just beginning our journey with prepositions. So if you felt discouraged by this lesson, it's okay. It can be tricky.